If you're staring at your screen struggling to decide which jobs or experiences you need to list on your resume, this video is for you. I'm Hope with the Berry College Center for Personal and Professional Development, and I'm here to teach you what you should include on your resume. In this video, you'll learn what sections to put on your resume and how to organize your experiences. This is the second video in our Resume 101 series. For more tips on what a resume is, how to summarize your experiences, and what formatting works best, check out our other Resume 101 videos and the accompanying resume guides. First, I want to acknowledge that there is no single correct answer for what you should include on your resume. Just like every persuasive message, resumes are highly subjective, and what works for one situation or audience may not work for another. For instance, a resume for an acting role should include completely different information than a resume for an accounting role. That's why it's important that you tailor your resume to the specific position and organization you're applying for. In this video, we're going to focus on general best practices for a majority of corporate, nonprofit, and public sector jobs. For guidance on specific industries or fields that may differ, check out the CPPD's collection of industry-specific resume samples on our website. Now, let's discuss the different sections of a resume from the top to the bottom. The first is the contact information section. This should include your name, cell phone number, and email address. You can use your Berry email address or a personal one. Just make sure that it looks professional and that you're checking it regularly. An employer will most likely contact you through phone or email. There's no need to include your street address and your contact information. In fact, for privacy reasons, we recommend that you don't. Since most job applications are submitted online, protecting your privacy and safety is important. If you want to list your location, including your city and state works just fine. If you have a LinkedIn account or a digital portfolio, you can include those links in the contact section too. The education section should be next. It's important for current college students and recent grads to list education toward the top of your resume because it contextualizes your experience below. You should list where you attended college, the degree you're earning, your majors and minors, and your anticipated graduation date. You should not list your high school diploma in the education section now that you're in college. The next section, experience, should comprise the bulk of your resume. You can choose to title this section work experience or relevant experience, or you can break it into smaller categories like internships, clinical experience, or research. However you choose to frame this section, you should highlight the applied experience you have that connects with the position you're applying for. For each job or experience, list the name and location of the company you worked for, your position title, the dates you worked there, and bullet points summarizing what you did, how you did it, and what you accomplished. One important thing to note is that this section is not limited to paid work experience. Any experience where you've applied your knowledge in a real-world setting and developed transferable skills can be included, like unpaid internships, projects for academic community engagement courses, extensive volunteer experience, and leadership positions in campus organizations and athletics. For more information on how to write the bullet points to sell your experience to potential employers, check out the next video in our series that breaks down the WHO method. The final section of a resume is the skills section. There's a difference between hard skills and soft skills. Soft skills are the psychosocial skills that help you succeed in almost every profession, including communication, teamwork, problem solving, and critical thinking. Hard skills are the technical, quantifiable skills developed through training, education, or work experience. Employers want to see both types of skills in your resume, just in different sections. Your skills section should include hard skills, like software proficiencies, certifications, and language skills. For example, in the skills section, you can list that you're fluent in Spanish and proficient in the Adobe Creative Suite, Canva, and Microsoft 365. Now, I know it sounds counterintuitive, but your soft skills don't go in the skills section. Instead, weave your soft skills into the bullet points of your experience section by telling us how you use those skills to reach results. Contact information, education, experience, and skills are the 4 standard resume sections, but there are optional sections you might consider adding. Based on your experiences and the qualifications listed in the job description, you may want to include optional sections like extracurriculars, campus involvement, leadership, or honors and awards. Or you may want to break down your experience into subsections like internships, volunteer experience, research experience, or clinical experience. Additionally, some students choose to include a professional summary or objective section beneath their contact information. that briefly summarizes their qualifications, achievements, or career goals. If you choose to include this section, the key is to keep it brief and direct. Ultimately, you should select the section headers that best showcase your relevant skills and experiences. Now that we've covered the different sections of a resume and what goes in each, let's talk about organization. The most common way to organize information within each section is by using reverse chronological order. This means that you list the most recent experience, such as one you're currently engaged in, first, then work your way backward. You can use reverse chronological order for sections like education, experience, and campus involvement. For example, if you transferred to Barry with an associate's degree from another college, you would list your bachelor's degree from Barry above the associate's degree you previously earned. Similarly, in your experience section, you would list your current position first, then the one before that, then the one before that. For example, if you currently have a LifeWorks job in the Office of Admissions, but you had an internship last summer, you would list your position in admissions above the internship because it's more recent. Let's recap. When it comes to the parts of a resume, you should include sections for your contact information, education, experience, and skills. You can also include optional sections like campus involvement or volunteer experience to best represent what you've accomplished. Within each section, you'll want to use reverse chronological order to highlight your most recent experiences first, then work your way backward. Now that you've learned what resumes are and what you should include on a resume, check out our next video on the Who method to learn how to best articulate your experience. If you want help creating a resume or tailoring your professional documents for a specific position, you can schedule an individual consultation with us here at the CPPD.